are now in week 2. And during week 2, I've been involved in a number of activities. The week started off by attending a compulsory workshop on the Coventry University PhD curriculum framework. And that was really useful in terms of seeing the PhD in its totality and understanding all the stages from A to Z, if you like. It was also helpful for the key milestones to be identified, but also the different support mechanisms as different milestones are worked towards and reached. And overall, I found this very, very useful. I've also been involved in a number of activities, so I will show you those and how I got on. Here I am, just coming into the Centre for Trust, Peace and Social Relations, where I have my first supervision session. I'm really looking forward to it. Well, I've just finished my first supervision period, and actually I found it really helpful. What I was doing through that session was engaging in a critique of my proposal, the one that I submitted as part of the application process. And it was a really good exercise actually in looking again at that proposal and kind of making decisions about which aspects of it might be superfluous or kind of I reprioritised, but also looking at it and considering which aspects are absolutely central or core to what it is I want to do. So a really useful exercise, and I found the supervision session really engaging. So as you can see, this week has been interesting in terms of continuing to put into place those important building blocks for the journey that I'm embarking on. One of the things that I've realised already is that as a part-time and mature part-time student, you're not as involved in all of the activity as perhaps full-time students are, in that in these early days I'm literally only on campus when I need to be. So relationship building I think is going to take a little bit of time. But what I've also done is to identify a buddy. There's another colleague that I'm working with elsewhere who's also embarking on part-time study, and like me is a mature student and just kind of not anxious but mindful of that. And we have buddied up in order to support each other, particularly through these early stages where the induction building blocks are just being put in place. And what we're hoping to do is to meet up once a month on Skype and just talk through what we're doing, some of the concepts we're engaging with, look at key themes emerging, and kind of support each other, not only in terms of the kind of how's it going, but also having an opportunity to talk through some of the issues that we're grappling with in terms of the academic study itself. So I look forward to sharing with you how I get on at the end of the third week of this induction phase. As we come to the end of week 2, there are 2 tips that I'd like to share with you. The first one is to find a buddy, someone with whom you can start to have academic conversations in a safe space, as it were, and who you can bounce ideas around with, particularly at this early stage where your immediate academic community you may not have yet met fully. The second tip is to meet your Director of Studies and supervisory team as soon as you can. This gives you an opportunity to start the relationship building process, but also to get a real feel for your supervisor and the nature of the relationship that you're going to have for the next few years.